The Now Hear This Podcast Festival is coming up October 28th in Anaheim, California. It's like Comic-Con for podcasts. 3 full days of podcast events from your favorite shows and hosts like Comedy Bang Bang, How Did This Get Made?, Marc Maron, The Brilliant Idiots, and many, many more. Tickets go on sale the morning of July 11th, and they will go fast. Go to nowhearthisfest.com for more info. Nowhearthis.com. Maybe they will list other stuff that's there. On a cowboy 4th of July, watching fireworks with my horse. Hey, y'all, I love that song. It's me, Mac Weldon. Listen, I want to tell y'all, in case you ain't heard, I'm a man who makes underwears, t-shirts, etc. I believe in smart design, premium fabrics, and simple shopping. You just go online, buy these items, and then come to your doorstep. I mean, this is like since the days of the Pony Express. I wish, if I had my druthers, let me tell you something. If it wasn't prohibitively expensive, and I mean, I do all right, okay? I'm not a boastful man, but I've done quite well for myself. I'm a self-made man. And I'm doing all right financially, but I can't justify the cost of having a Pony Express style delivery of my items to you. Now, of course, that's all I want is for a man to ride up on a horse and say, hey, here's that underwear you ordered. But it's just not, it's not practical. It's not practical. But anyway, what I do, I'm Mac Weldon. I make what is to be the most comfortable underwear, socks, shirts, undershirts, hoodies, and sweatpants that you will ever wear. I guarantee it. I have a line of silver underwear and shirts that are naturally antimicrobial. Now, let me ask you a question. On this Independence Day, imagine the founding fathers, if they'd known about microbes, we wouldn't be arguing about the Second Amendment right now. There'd be that, because guess what? That Second Amendment probably would be about microbes and our independence from them. Probably would have been the Declaration of Independence, not in the Constitution. Anyway, I want you to be comfortable. So if you don't like your first pair of my underwear, whatever you buy, you keep it, and I will still refund you, no questions asked. You're an American, I'm an American. On this day of all days, I'm not going to interrogate you Gitmo style about why you didn't like a t-shirt or a pair of socks. You just keep it. I'll refund your money, and we will part as friends. Now, not only does my underwear, socks, and shirts look good, they perform well, too. They're good for working out, going to work, going out on dates, just everyday life, whatever you want to do. Let's say you going to draft a Declaration of Independence. You going to say to King George III, no, thank you. Hope you're doing it in a pair of Mac Weldon underwear. Also, word to the wise, somebody beat you to it. We have a good time. Go to MacWeldon.com, get 20% off using promo code PFT. That is MacWeldon.com. You can get 20% off using promo code PFT. As them rockets glare red, you can pet your horse's head on a cowboy's 4th of July.
Except that I can't.
Welcome, people talking over the intro. Welcome, people not listening to the intro. Welcome, people into the intro. Welcome, people who are into the intro just the right amount. For you are beloved in my eyes, saith the Lord. Oh, did I not tell you I'm writing my own Bible? It's about time. It's kind of a fan fiction, really. It uses all the characters from the original Bible. But guess what? Now they're all fucking each other. Yes, wow. Please read my /fic Bible. It's coming. I'm not going to lie. It is a vanity press affair. I shopped it around to many publishers. Went to them and said, hey, you know the Bible, right? And they were like, yeah, it's a big seller for us. Yeah, did you know a lot of people publish the Bible?
A lot.
It's true. Oh, usually people don't talk during this part. Just me. But sometimes So, when I write in the email that it starts with a monologue, I assume people have a basic understanding of the Greek language.
Amen, brother. I'm not gonna say anything.
Welcome, new listeners. This usually goes differently, but we like to be in the moment, folks. And this is a moment that's happening. It's like a moment, let's say, right before the impact in a car crash, when you're like, everything's slowing down. You know what? That's not true. I was in a horrific car accident, and everything happened right on time. To me, it seemed to be happening very quickly indeed. Kapow! I remember seeing the other driver's face as our cars were about to smash into each other. I mean, I think what it is that your mind takes these little snapshots. It's not so much that things are slowing down, it's that you're hyper aware of every detail. So you would think that all of us in a car crash would be better at photorealistic painting. How many of us have tried? Just me and Martin Mull so far. That's a deep cut, guys. Listen, I'm haunted by the idea that someone's listening to this and is going to get into a car accident while I'm talking about car accidents. And I imagine them, the airbag dust is settling and they're having that moment of what just happened. And they're like slowly opening the door and this dumb thing is still playing from their Don't, Evan. That is salt in the wound. Anyway, congratulations on surviving that car crash. If you can still... But of course, fanfare for car crash survivor. Some people say car accident, but I like to say car crash. Because that's what happened. No one has a car crash and then goes, oops. That's what you say after an accident. Maybe I'm going to start saying a motor crash, like my friends the Sugar Cubes from Iceland. Oh, Bjork, I miss you. I waited on you one time at Tower Video, and you were beautiful. You looked like someone from another planet. And then I visited your native Iceland many years later. With my wife, we went to a restaurant called Snaps. That's the God's honest truth. And we were told that is where the famous people of Iceland hang out. And so we went there. We're going to see some famous people. And then we realized we don't know who the famous people of Iceland are. So we were just looking around at people saying, that's got to be someone famous. That person looks famous. That person just looks rich, but not famous. Welcome to Spontaneation with Paul F. Tompkins. I am the second part. This is a show where I invite a special guest onto the program. And we have a free-form chat based on a blind question from our previous episode's guest. Then I invite some improviser pals onto the program. And based on our guest's suggestion of location, we do a narrative improv. That is one continuous story as opposed to unconnected scenes. And it is all scored on piano by Mr. Eban Schletter. Oh, wow. He's really giving himself a big fanfare over there. He's just loaded with fanfares. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest this time out. You will recognize him from 1 million things. Also, I don't get to say this often. You might even recognize his voice from 1 million other things. Either way, sight, sound, we got you covered. Look at the picture for the episode and you're like, of course I know him. Listen to his voice, like, oh, I didn't know that was him. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Spontaneous Nation, Phil LaMarr.
Can I talk now?
Yes, you may.
Welcome to the dialogue portion of the show.
That's exactly right.
I studied ancient Greek.
Now it's monologue, dialogue, and then we just stopped right there, right? There's no...
Well, in Greece, no more than 2 people were allowed to speak.
Oh, that must have been frustrating.
Yes, the third person was just a slave, and they were silent.
What about when they would do drama, which they invented?
Mask work?
Oh, if you're wearing a mask.
But also the chorus would speak as one.
Oh, that's true.
So...
Well, now, that must have been irritating, right? If you're in ancient Greek and you're going to the theater and it's like every time there's a chorus where they're all talking at the same time, saying the same thing in unison.
Right.
Just like, okay.
And what if there's one guy who's got a cold? we hold you. And it's just like, it's not meshing.
I'm a little disappointed. I wanted to hear that speech, whatever that was going to be. We are God.
We are God in the machine. We have come
Classic Greek
to save
stuff.
you.
That's right.
Safe.
First, do no harm. Phil, I have a question for you. That's right. That's Phil. You got me. RoboCop, of course, said, "First, do no harm." Phil, I have a question for you.
What is your question?
From last episode's guest, are you curious as to the identity of our previous episode's guest?
I am curious, but I'm not sure I want to know until after I hear the question.
Ah, well then.
Because then I'll just hear it in their voice.
Exactly. If you are curious, I would direct you to the Spontaneous Nation archives on howl.fm for a very reasonable price. Hours of listening pleasure await you. Phil, here's my question. Mm-hmm. What was the last item you donated to charity?
What ass said that? The last item I donated to charity was a television set.
I see.
Which I really questioned. Mm-hmm. It's like, I mean, it worked and it was just really big, but it took me so much effort to get it to Goodwill.
Are we talking about a tube television? Are we talking about like a rear projection? What are we talking about?
We're talking about a 2001 flat screen tube television. So
right.
like
early days of flat
we
screens.
kept it in the house.
Yes.
I mean, it was really flat only in the sense that old screens used to curve. This one is flat. Other than that, it was just massive.
It had a big back
it
and
was like
all the
40
junk
pounds.
inside. Yes, absolutely.
You know, and you
40 pounds.
No, it was more than that, right? Because if 40 pounds fell on a toddler, that would kill it,
that's
right?
bad news. That is bad news.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was big enough that you just like, when the kids are sitting on it, it's like, all right, be careful. Don't push around.
Wait. Was this a concern that this television was going to fall over onto your children?
It was an entertainment center, and it's up about 3 feet.
Absolutely.
And the kids sit on the floor and they look up at the TV. I mean, unless there's an earthquake, you know, it's probably not going to fall out.
Now, we're supposed to be, here in Los Angeles, we're supposed to be doing all this stuff to moor and anchor all of our belongings to the wall, to the floor, to everything.
But who's holding the wall?
Oh, Phil, man.
See?
You got to come back for everything. You got me again.
Well, no, but see, that's a half serious question because they say moor it into the wall. I can never find the studs. All I know is
you got to get one of those stud finders. And then you have to know what the beeps mean.
Right. Well, see, I've never had a mechanical one. I mean, I've got the old-fashioned magnetic one, and I don't understand how it works. Is it that there is enough metal in a stud that a magnet is drawn to it, whereas if it's just drywall, I mean, I don't know. I'm very suspicious.
I think it's like the old Bachelor spaghetti principle, where you just throw a bunch of magnets at the wall. and if some stick, like, they're studs, I'm ready to make this TV go into the wall. Yeah. Now, some charity places are very specific about what electronics they will and will not take.
Yes.
Was this an ordeal to get Goodwill to take this TV? Or did you just show up, drop it off, and leave?
You know, the Goodwill in my neighborhood is not picky. I mean, I don't know what they do with this stuff, because most of the time they say, just leave it right there. And I don't even know if it gets in. I mean, because there's a dumpster on to one side and the door into the Goodwill on the other side.
Yeah.
For all I know, they may just like, whatever somebody doesn't grab, you know, we just throw in the dumpster.
I remember going to a Goodwill years ago and bringing boxes and boxes of books because I realized at a certain point it's not worth it to me to have a bunch of books around that I'm not going to reread just for display purposes or something. This is just like get this out of my life. And so I took I think over the course of a couple months, I took 6 boxes of books, like banker's boxes of books. And then the last time I went, I noticed a sign that said, no books.
Really?
It's like, you mean now? Or
did I just not see that sign before?
And then I looked around like, oh yeah, they don't have any books on display here at all. They've never offered books at this Goodwill. So I don't know. I don't know if it was like
they just
a guy.
didn't bother?
Yeah.
We don't want to make him feel bad.
Well, because I would just drop it off and leave, and there was a lid on the box, so I'm sure it was.
I was hoping this was shirts.
I don't know if they ever connected it to the same person, or if there was an employee at the Goodwill opening up the box like, God damn it! Who keeps doing this?
Well, no. What it is, she would come out with her hair in a top knot and think it's a light box, and every time she'd bend down and just go, because a box of books is heavy.
It's heavy.
It's very heavy.
Oh, tell me about a girlfriend. I lugged 6 of those things.
What'd you do with the last one?
Oh, I left it there. I absolutely left it
the sign?
Yes. I just sort of looked at the sign and then I was like, ugh. And then
It's like, well, I already drove
Yeah,
here.
exactly. I just went away.
Wow. Did you ever wonder, will they come after me? Is there a camera? All right, let's find this guy and let's take this box of books back. Let's show him our signs are not to be messed with.
Always my fear is that I'm going to be yelled at by someone for doing the wrong thing. So yes, it was very much as soon as I saw that sign, oh my God, I got to get out of here. And I can never come back to this Goodwill.
That's true, because if they saw you with that box, they could have connected you to the other boxes, and then you'd be in real trouble.
I think the boxes were all very similar. So it's definitely someone was targeting me. They were profiling me as the book-leaving bandit or whatever. All right, this is where he shops.
What is the opposite of a bandit? A bandit
someone who
takes
leaves
things.
things.
It's believe it? No, that's not a thing.
Leave it being the opposite of bandit.
But it's not. It's not. That doesn't really
We're
track.
breaking down bandit into
Band.
it, definitely.
Band from the Belgian, from the Greek.
Bandit's a fun word, and I don't know what the origin of that word is.
Yeah.
But it is, I guess, I think it's become very, a very small and cute word to us. But there was a time when
There are bandits
people
out there.
were terrified, oh, bandits are coming.
Did you hear that?
Do you know what's
Sounds like bandits.
a word like that to me is burglar, which I think is a very adorable word. And guess what? The Hamburglar is not helping anything.
Right.
I don't even know if he's still a thing. I don't know if
See, I don't think so, because when you look at that design now, there is obviously some sort of developmental disability, and it's just not PC.
it's not. That's true.
I never got with the thing.
So now you're against it, is what we're saying. You're
Yes.
against this depiction.
Yes.
Yes. That's why. I am the guy with the thing.
See, I'm guessing that he wasn't even actually a burglar. He just liked to wear a mask, and they just called him the burglar because, he's gonna dress like that anyway.
But Phil, he's dressed like a burglar. First, he's dressed like not only
a burglar with a cape.
a burglar, but he's wearing, I think, a prison
That's right.
uniform.
So he's a bad burglar.
He's escaped. Well, maybe he's a better escape artist than he is a burglar.
That's true.
And
he got out.
He should have become like the David Blaine of McDonald Land.
Ooh, reboot. The new Hamburglar.
They tried to do that, though. They tried to do a new Hamburglar where he was like a sexy dude.
Really?
This really happened. It was like a guy with a 5 o'clock shadow and the classic burglar mask and a fedora. And he was holding a hamburger and doing the shh finger to his lips hey, don't tell anyone I'm stealing this hamburger.
Right.
I don't know.
The Thomas Burglar affair.
What if the Thomas Crown affair had been all about hamburgers?
No. Well, wasn't it around the same time that Ray Kroc was really building his empire, that movie, the first version of that movie?
Oh, you know what? You got me. I don't know the timeline, the parallel timeline of the Thomas Crown Affair and the rise of McDonald's. But I think by the 60s, it was made in the 60s, right? Thomas Crown Affair?
Right.
The original?
Okay, so yeah, a little after.
I would say that McDonald's had been established, but I think it was before they were able to say billions and billions served.
Right.
So they were still
Who stumbled on
one
that?
to watch.
What guy in McDonald's accounting said, hey, you guys realize how many hamburgers we've served?
I remember being terrified by that when because I'm old enough to remember when they would change the number on the sign.
Yes.
And it would say, under the McDonald's sign, there would be like sort of a marquee and it would say over, 65 million served or something. And I remember it was billions when I was a kid, or whatever billion. And then I remember when they just changed it to billions and billions served. And there was something about that was terrifying to me. It sounded too martial.
Everywhere.
Yeah. We're taking over. You've eaten our shit.
And
You have.
There are so many of us, we no longer need to count you.
That's right. It's like we're going to use Carl Sagan terminology from here on out. We are star stuff.
That's
we're
right.
McDonald's.
That's right. We were about to go interstellar.
Phil, have you ever shopped at a Goodwill?
Yes, because I was in the Groundlings, a sketch comedy troupe. So.
Oh, would you go for costume stuff?
Of course.
Oh, the best.
Oh yes,
all best.
Through Goodwill. It's like, I need a vest. Cheap.
Because you were playing a clerk at some place, or maybe you were playing a waiter or a valet.
Do you have anything red? I need a red vest. Yeah, and you can never get help from the people who work. It's like,
no,
they do not catalog it. They don't. It's like that stuff. Clothes are over there. Yes, but have you seen? Just gives you a look. It's like, okay, sorry, I'll go look myself.
Just go over. That's where men's stuff is.
Right.
Over by the display of shoes that's like the Holocaust Museum.
Although, you know what? Most of the time, I found myself shopping in letting the Holocaust thing go right by. Because it's a holiday. And I would often find myself shopping in the women's section.
Really?
Because there were more character-y clothes there.
Right.
And I'm like, nobody's going to notice which side the buttons are on. Right? But I need these, shoulder pads.
Right. Would you, did you ever see this one? There's a Goodwill in West Hollywood. I think it is on Beverly, that has color-coded the entire store.
Really?
So you can see it through the window. So it's sort of like
so each section is...
Everything is like, I hope that it's divided up into men and women and not just all clothing by color. So good luck. If you're looking for... Start here. How about this? We're making it... Start there. Start with what color do you like? And then go find things.
Although the truth of the matter is, if you look at most fashion, like the browns, the grays, the taupes, that's most likely men's stuff. The things that are really colorful are 9 out of 10 times going to be women's.
But Phil, don't you think that times are changing?
Not at Goodwill, Paul. Not at Goodwill. Nothing has changed. Ray Kroc's still in back watching a VHS of the Thomas Crown Affair. Nothing has changed.
What is the founder of McDonald's
What else is he going to do? Once you get to billions and billions, there's nothing left to do.
Well, just might as well go to the back room of a Goodwill and watch the VHS tapes.
Call me when we reach Mars.
Phil LaMarr, thank you for being here. Where can people find you online should they wish to find you?
I am mostly at my website, phillamarr.com.
There we go.
And a matching Twitter page, at Phil LaMarr. And it's 2 L's in the middle, 2 R's on the end.
It's just that simple, guys. Phil, what would you like to promote? Let's say that this is going to be available to the public at a day that I'm going to tell you in just one moment, if you will hang on.
That's the calendar reading voice.
Monday, July 11th. July 11th. What do you want to tell people about?
Let's see. Actually, that should be, because this is May. My episodes of Veep will probably be airing or have just aired.
Fantastic.
Because I'm towards the end of the season.
Now, who do you play? Whom do you play?
I'm not at liberty to say. No, yes, I can. I play a congressman.
There we go.
And I would say it's like a congressman of dubious morality, but that's not really a spoiler on that show.
Right.
Is there anyone on that show who is not of dubious morality?
Or in our current government in real life, Phil. Guys, don't send letters.
That biting political satire.
Phil, we are going to take a break. Thank you so much for being here. During the break, we will get a location from Phil LaMarr, and when we come back, you will meet our improvisers. All this and nothing else when Spontaneanation returns. Squarespace, let the air place all your websites in the cloud or whatever. This episode of Spontaneanation is brought to you by Squarespace. You know Squarespace. Whether you need a landing page, a beautiful gallery, a professional blog, or an online store, it is all included with your Squarespace website. Squarespace, do you know what they do? They make it easy for you. That you can create your websites with Squarespace. Create your website with Squarespace. It's a simple, intuitive process. You can add and arrange your content and features with the click of a mouse. My friends in Canada, that's a mouse. You get a free custom domain. Squarespace makes adding a domain to your site very simple. If you sign up for a year, you'll receive a custom domain for free for a year. Great deal. End of story. Mouse. They have beautiful templates. Design a best-in-class online store. Now, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what that means. I think I could figure it out, but I guess I've never heard that phrase. Given this context, I would imagine the class of online stores that you can create with Squarespace, this is the best in that class. I don't know what the classes of online stores are. I'm just a humble host. That's all I am. I'm a little guy. Design a best-in-class online store with Squarespace's award-winning templates. Now, that phrase I understand. Customizable settings, go on, and more. Oh, all right. All without a single plugin. If you know me, you know I can't abide a plugin. I'm like Mac Weldon with microbes. Seamless commerce tools. From nationally recognized brands to your favorite local shop, Squarespace is trusted by hundreds of thousands of savvy shop owners around the world, including all the tools you need to track inventory, process orders, and process orders from Canada, and send custom emails in one intuitive interface. Squarespace Commerce allows you to understand every aspect of your business. That sounds helpful to me. How about customer support? Squarespace offers 24/7 of it. Every member of the customer care team is an experienced Squarespace user working in a Squarespace office. So they're there on the site where they understand this stuff and they use the stuff so they understand it even more. No matter how technical your problem or trivial seeming your question, one of the Squarespace team is always online to assist you. They do not offer phone support. I want you to let that sink in. No phone support. Okay. Start your free trial today at squarespace.com. Enter offer code PFT to get 10% off your first purchase. I'm happy for you and your new life. Squarespace. Set your website apart. Loot Crate! Talking Loot Crate city limits. Hi. I want to talk to you about Loot Crate. First of all, two great one-syllable words. I like the word loot. I like the word crate. They're fun to say together. Loot Crate. This episode is brought to you by Loot Crate, which is a monthly subscription box service for epic geek und gamer items und pop culture gear. For less than $20 a month, you get 4 to 8 items that include licensed gear, apparel, collectibles, unique one-of-a-kind items, and more. Make sure to head to lootcrate.com/PFT and enter code PFT to save $3 on any new subscription of Loot Crate. Nah, you can't get like Time Magazine. Okay? Don't try to go over this copy with a fine-tooth comb and look for some weird loophole like you're a genie granting an ironic wish, some Twilight Zone devil pact. Come on, guys. You're not the devil or a genie. And if you are, what are you doing listening to podcasts for?
I suppose the genie, you'd be trapped in a bottle for long periods of time. What else are you going to do? Shout out to all my Genie listeners. Loot Crate is more than just a subscription service. It's an entire community of fans that share their experience and interact with each other around the unboxing of each month's crate. That sounds like fun. And they guarantee $40 plus in value in every crate. Sometimes it's a lot more. Okay? So, I'm using this voice because I'm being conspiratorial. Sometimes it's a lot more. Every month there's a different theme, and all items are curated around that theme. Previous crates have included items from franchises like Star Wars, Marvel, The Walking Dead, The Legend of Zelda, and many more. And many more. Join us as we celebrate the futuristic. Loot Crate has packed July's crate with items from some of pop culture's favorite prognostications, that means predictions and shit, of science and the future. Look towards tomorrow with items from Rick and Morty, Futurama, Star Trek, Mega Man, Valiant Comics, including a model, a figure, and don't forget our monthly tea and pin. Remember, I know I just asked you not to forget the tea and pin, but now I need you to, that's in place. Here's a new thing that you must not forget. You only have until the 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific to subscribe and to receive that month's crate, and when the cutoff happens, that's it. It's over. So go to lootcrate.com/PFT and enter code PFT to save $3 on your new subscription today. Loot Crate. Und. Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, you didn't go anywhere and neither did we. Let's stop pretending. During the break, we talked a lot about water. Do we have enough of it? Not in California, where we don't, but right here in this room. Some people very emphatically said, I have so much water. Guys, we have a good time. Listen, it is time for you to meet our friends from Make Pretends. Sitting right across from me. We've made eye contact. We're pointing at each other. We're doing mirroring. This is how we get... He's totally doing it at me. Please welcome back to the program, first time in studio, Nyima Funk.
Hello.
Nyima, thank you for coming back to the show.
Thank you.
Last time we were on, of course.
Yay.
You're a delight. Why wouldn't I have you?
You're a delight. I'd like to have you. What?
Now, Nyima, you have children's,
2 of them.
and you have left them with a babysitter.
Well, one I left at in the hands of the LA Unified School District
There we
for
go.
the day.
Whatever it is they do.
Yeah, they're kicking her out at 2 p.m., so gotta hustle. And the other I left in what may be more or less capable hands of Mary Beth Monroe and Andy Cobb.
But you had your doubts.
Well, I didn't until a friend of mine who knows them well said, we, the collective world, have our doubts. And so now I'm afraid.
And we're also recording this episode on April 20th, which is a sort of holiday for some people.
Yeah, for them it will be. It's 420 Day. I forgot. Just reminded by someone else who knows them well, said, we all know it's 420 Day. Why would you do that?
Now, have you checked in with these people?
Yeah, they send pictures.
Are you asking for regular updates?
I'm not asking, they're just kind of sending random, like, he's eating and he's in a wagon. There's one, a shot of him, Andy Cobb. Oh, wait, here's, I just received one. It says, action shot, action shot with a flower. Aww. Oh,
May I see? I just want to make sure this is not like a Weekend at Bernie's scenario.
You can't tell.
No.
When they're that age, it's just like a piece of meat that you're carrying around. So it could...
Sitting on the end of a slide.
Yeah.
Or as we call them, where I'm from, sliding board.
Oh. What? Wait, where are you from? Guantanamo Bay?
I'm from Philadelphia. We call them sliding boards. And I mentioned that too. A friend and I were speaking of shopping for sketch, we were getting props for something, and there was a miniature playground set
It was like little tiny depictions of rides and things from a playground.
Right.
And they were all labeled. And my friend from Chicago nudges me and goes, look at this. And it said sliding board. And I said, what? And he goes, sliding board. And I said, that's what it is, though. And he goes, what? I don't. This outrageous. People they can't believe it.
I've never heard of that, although we did call them swing pads.
Oh, when it's just like the sort of board swing?
Yeah, no. Swing.
Swing. Yeah, we call them swings.
Sliding board? I don't know. Whatever it is, I hope my kid's safe.
I hope we all share. Nyima, next to you, and this gentleman may have been a blind item in one of your recent stories. Making his return has been far too long. This gentleman is off gallivanting all over the globe. At this point, we can say it's been announced and all that stuff.
Sure.
He's in a movie that also stars King Kong, the famous movie star. What is the name of this film?
Kong Skull Island.
Kong Skull Island. Marc Evan Jackson is Baxon.
Hi, everybody.
What now? It's Kong Skull Island?
Mm-hmm. They don't pronounce the colon.
No, of course not. But it's hard to get it across when you're saying it out loud. Mm-hmm. What do you think would be the best way to indicate that colon just using regular speech?
I think it's this. Kong. Skull Island. That's how I've heard it.
Now, do you play someone from Skull Island?
No, I'm non-native. I play a visitor to the island.
Okay. Is King Kong from Skull Island? That's where he's from?
I feel like that's been established. Yeah.
Is it a spoiler to say where someone is from? And you went all over the goddamn place.
We did, yeah. We were in Hawaii for a few months back in the fall of 2015, and then in Australia for 6 weeks or so at the beginning of the year, and then in Vietnam. The show was there for about a month. I was there for just a couple of weeks.
Now, when you say show, that is sort of informal slang for a movie shoot.
The motion picture production.
Yes, it's not a Broadway sort of thing.
It's not.
They tried that with King Kong. It didn't go well.
Yeah.
Where they put him on stage.
Yeah, they put him.
And he was too green of a performer.
One night only.
Yeah, open and close the same night. Real turkey. Did you ever get to interact with a giant monkey paw?
No, but we made fun of that a lot. The early special effects of John Goodman is also in the film, and he could be brought to tears simply by the notion of putting one of the actors in frame and having just a giant mechanical paw come in and
just
four
slide
fingers curl mechanically and pull back.
What I like is when the gigantic paw would slide in, and then when it would sort of stop, the fingers would wiggle a little bit because they're fake.
It wasn't a real giant ape.
It wasn't real.
No,
It wasn't
no,
real.
it's fiction.
Did you get to interact with a tennis ball on a stick?
Oh, repeatedly. Also, X's made of tape. Yeah, all that sort of thing.
Did you feel that you got good at reacting to things that were not there?
Sure. But also, enough of this movie is going to be really fun, I think. Enough of the movie is practical, meaning real helicopters and explosions and fire and gunfire and stuff, and locations that it wasn't super hard to envision, giant things happening.
Well, I'm glad because I'm on the record of saying this. I hate a fake helicopter. Marc, I'm looking away from you, and now I'm looking at this sumbitch. Oh boy, this guy. Welcome back, Craig Cackowski.
Oh, hey, Paul. Can I ask you something if it's not too personal?
No, this is unprecedented, but please.
What was Bjork renting?
What was what?
What was Bjork renting at Tower Video?
Do you know what?
Because I feel like there's no answer that would satisfy my imagination.
I don't even remember. I, honest to God, was like, I don't. If I recall correctly, I was not actually waiting on her. I was next to the person who was behind the counter, and I was just hypnotized by her face. The second time I saw her, many years later, was with a friend of mine. We were on the beach, and this guy may or may not be the owner of Largo at the Coronet.
Sure.
And where we do our live shows once a month.
As of this recording.
And he spotted her first, and she was sitting on the sand with a man, and they were both not wearing beach clothes. They were just like in their street clothes. Clearly, they were having a fight. Like they had wandered out of their, like, let's just park here. Well, let's continue this fight walking. And so they get to the edge of the water, and they're just sitting on top of like kind of a dune almost, and they're miserable. And this friend of mine had to go up and say something to her like, I loved you and Dancer in the Dark or something. I could see it like it was a compulsion. Like he couldn't stop himself from doing it. Yeah.
I haven't made it all the way through Dancer in the Dark yet. I'm halfway through. Things are looking great for your character.
Craig, what were your retail jobs? What were your waiting table jobs when you were starting out? What did you do?
I did work at a video store for a while in Woodbridge, Virginia. I waited tables. I tended bar. I waited tables at D.B. Kaplan's Deli in Chicago, Illinois. Where
The guy who escaped with all the money?
Yes, that's what he did. His dream was to open a Jewish deli.
I got to change my name slightly so people will catch on.
Right.
Yeah, the Kaplan was in quotes. Everybody knew. Everybody knew this was D.B. Cooper's diner. But we had 148 sandwiches with cutesy names like Slaw and the Family Stone.
Nope.
What?
Salmon Chanted Evening.
No, thank you.
Oh my God. Why?
But
148 of these.
But with the autistic brain of mine, I memorized the names and contents of all 148 sandwiches.
Wow.
I can still tell you some to this day. Our most popular sandwich was the Michigan Avenue, which was...
I don't get it.
Well, that's popular thoroughfare.
Craig, what's
where
in the
D.B.
Michigan
Cooper's
Avenue?
was located. But the Michigan Avenue was turkey and roast beef with Swiss cheese, Russian dressing, and lettuce on 3 slices of rye.
3 slices.
Yeah, it was a triple-decker.
Wow.
Michigan Avenue.
She said knowingly.
Did you ever wait upon a person of note in any of these jobs?
To say person of color.
No people of color.
How come black people don't order the Michigan Avenue?
We don't like rye.
White guy's like, let me get a Michigan Avenue. Black guy's like, I don't want a Michigan Avenue.
Best 15 minutes ever.
Tight set. Oh.
Who did I wait on? She was an ESPN reporter. Andrea somebody? She's by far the most noteworthy person. Oh, but we did make deliveries to Siskel and Ebert. So I delivered to the Playboy building in Siskel and Ebert when I was a delivery boy.
Wow.
Never met Roger or Hef.
Did you know whose order was whose?
Yeah, Roger got the Michigan Avenue.
It's the most popular set.
His wife did not.
See, he knows. He knows. He knows. Yup.
All right, we're going to take another break. Well, you guys, just if you're not sure, look it up, and then you'll understand why we all have such a great time. We're going to take a break. When we return, we will reveal our location for Phil LaMarr, and we will do our improv. And you best believe we're going to have a wonderful time because we all enjoy each other's company. See you on the other side of the break. Goodbye. Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins is brought to you by Lisa. Hi, I'm Paul F. Tompkins from Spontaneanation with me, and I'd like to tell you about Lisa. Paul, you've told us about Lisa so many times. I'm fucking telling you again. Lisa is a mattress company that has done away with the awkward mattress showroom experience that we have all suffered through. I'm talking men, women, children. That's right. You don't think kids, rich children, go and shop for their own mattresses? Of course they do. The butler is idling the car outside, and they go in and they try out kid mattresses. Well, not anymore.
This Lisa mattress is a luxury mattress that is ordered completely online, and it ships for free to your doorstep. Not that rich children care. They can pay for all kinds of packaging. The box arrives compressed in a box the size of a mini fridge. Now that's where the rich kids get excited, because I don't care how wealthy you are, kids love to play in a box. The 10-inch mattress comes in all sizes and is crafted with 3 unique foam layers, including 2 interesting inches of memory foam and 2 inches of a really cool latex-like foam called a Vena that is perforated to keep you cool as the other side of the pillow, my man. The Lisa mattress is 100% made in the USA and ships for free to anywhere in the USA. Where else? The Canada. Lisa, never change your ad copy. I love it every single time. Lisa gives you 100 nights to try your mattress risk-free. And for listen, nothing in life is without risks except Lisa mattresses. Trip out on that for a while. Anything else you do, there's risk. No risk with the Lisa mattress. You try it out, doesn't work, you've lost nothing. Okay, look, we joke around a lot, but this is serious. For every 10 mattresses Lisa sells, they donate one to a shelter. That is a good thing. Okay. Back into fun mode. Go to lisa.com/PFT. That is LEESA.com/PFT and enter promo code PFT at checkout to get $75 off. Lisa, rich kids like it too.
Thanks, ad. Guys, it's time. We got our location from Phil. We got our people. They're all here. You know what they sound like. And we got the most important ingredient, the audience. I love you. Guys, we're about to tell our story, but just so you know, in order to aid us in our storytelling, we use sound effects to move us about in time. Let's say something is happening concurrent to a scene we're already in. So these people are in a room. Outside in another room, other people are there. So this is a meanwhile, if you will. We use this cut to sound effect. Whoosh, we're over there.
Does it come with that note?
Always.
Okay.
I'm assuming. There we go. We're going to find out together. Let's say we are traveling backward in time. Someone is having a memory, or we're learning how something came to be. You will hear this flashback sound effect. It's a classic harp glissando that indicates the reverse passage of time. Let us say we are traveling back from the flashback to the present day, or going into the mysterious future. You will hear this flash forward sound effect. That's right, the vibes ascending as they go in honor of legendary time traveler Lionel Hampton. Now that you know the sound effects, here's what we're going to do about it. We're going to reveal our location, provided to us by Phil LaMarr, and that location is a comic book shop. Short and sweet, to the point. A comic book shop. We take you now to a comic book shop.
I'm just browsing. Thank
Okay,
you.
whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'm not gonna need anything. I'm really just waiting for my buddy.
Well, while you're waiting, if there's anything I can help you with.
Yeah.
Yeah, what can
Rhonda, did you offer this young man some help?
Yeah,
Yep.
he's deliberating.
Yeah. I'm.
Do you need recommendations?
I so don't. Thank you. No, I'm just waiting for my friend. He's here for the new release of something.
Aid Man.
Aid Man. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, the most helpful hero ever.
Oh, he's a real helpful hero.
He's a little overweight.
Sure.
Very overweight.
I didn't ask about any of this. Hey, Dan. Where is he? The store is huge.
Listen, my shift ended about 10 minutes ago, and I'm trying to meet my friend. So can you please just pick a sandwich and we can get out of here?
Oh, but there's so many.
I know, we have over 280 sandwiches and they all have fun names.
What's the most fun name? What's the funnest name?
So the funnest name?
What's the funnest name?
Well, it's the same. Can I describe the contents to you first and then see if you can guess them?
Okay, yeah.
All right. It's got bottom layer of rye bread.
Okay.
Okay. Then it's got iceberg lettuce.
Okay.
Then it's
for
got
a good crunch.
for a good crunch. That's right.
Are there caraway seeds in the rye?
Yeah, there are.
Okay.
Okay, so caraway seeded rye bread, iceberg lettuce, 100 Island dressing.
Okay. It's a tenth as good.
It's a low cal option.
Okay.
Yeah. Then a very thin layer of liverwurst.
All right.
Then a very thick layer of turkey. It's like Thanksgiving style, not deli style. A piece of Wonder Bread, just straight up Wonder Bread.
You're the worst? Is it called You're the Worst?
Ooh, you're very close.
Right.
You're very close. Then a layer of butter lettuce.
Ah, okay. Two kinds of lettuce?
Two kinds of, so far.
Two different kinds of crunch?
So far, that's
All right.
Then a layer of scrapple. Are you familiar with scrapple?
Is this a Cincinnati thing?
It's not they may have it in Cincinnati. I know it from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know what's inside it?
What's inside scrapple?
Yeah.
No.
Do you know like what's inside hot dogs?
I don't want to know what's inside a hot dog.
Yeah. This is stuff that wasn't good enough to go in a hot dog.
Gotcha.
And that's scrapple.
Okay.
And that's like a nice fat brick of scrapple. Then a layer of Dijonnaise.
All right. Half Dijon, half mayonnaise.
That's correct, sir.
Have you had enough time to think about what the sandwich would be called?
It's called If Worst Comes to Worst.
But worst will never come to worst. If there was some worst at the top and some worst on the bottom with other layers in between them, then if worst comes to worst would be a good title.
Now I haven't finished telling you what's in the sandwich.
Oh, okay. I thought you were done.
On top of the Dijonnaise, another layer of worst.
Okay. I spoke too soon.
Top layer of bread is gluten-free brown bread.
Okay. What's the second funniest sandwich you have?
He's not even in here. I've just gone through the whole store. Dan's not even here. Thank you for your help.
No,
No, it's okay. You're the third person we've had come in today.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I would expect it to be much more with a big day one launch of a new comic.
Well, the truth is, nobody really wants to hear from an overweight, fat aid man.
Yes, I think they might have made a mistake, and we certainly made a mistake buying 7,000 copies of it, pre-ordered.
That does seem like a giant commitment.
Well, we thought it was going to be good, and I read it, and I cried.
Are you sure you want to order this many?
Yep, 7,000.
She cried like a baby.
This is enough for the entire state.
I think this is going to be the Ulysses.
We believe
of
in
comic
you.
books.
We believe in you.
Well, I mean, I'm just I'm happy to work for the company for Helpful Comics. But I mean, this is a lot. I mean,
Well, but I mean, you've stumbled onto something here, Rob. I mean, you guys in Helpful Comics, I think you're going to be one of the biggies. They should. Have you started on an Aid Man movie yet?
I mean, from your lips to God's ears, of course, we'd love that.
If I may, Forrest Whitaker. He's fat and he's trustworthy, and he would make a great aid man.
Does he read Helpful though? That's my.
I don't know if he can read at all.
Honey, I'm going to get the checkbook.
He's got that lazy eye that just makes him look trustworthy. You don't think he'd run off with your money?
Well, he wouldn't know which direction to run.
Well,
So
Run
just
into a wall.
Throwing it out there.
But you like him though.
Oh, yeah.
Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah. Well, he's strong. He looks like he could lift a car.
He does look strong. All right. Well, I'll tell my boss that you want 7,000.
Kevin, I've been going over your numbers. I think there's an error here. You've ordered 7,000 copies of Aid Man.
Well, yeah, I'm fulfilling the order.
Right.
For this comic book
Just
store.
stood out. It raised a lot of red flags in the company. You doing some sort of basement dealing? What's going on? We need to know what's up.
No, these people just, it's a local mom and pop shop, and they just really believe that Aid Man is going to be the next big thing.
So you're taking advantage of an elderly couple.
I tried to talk them out of it, but they wouldn't hear of it.
You what?
Well, I mean, I tried to talk them into a more reasonable order.
You what?
Well, wait, I don't understand. What did I do wrong or right here?
I'm just glad these numbers are real. You, Kevin, employee of the month.
What? I could swear I was in trouble when this meeting first started.
You were. I thought it was a mistake. I thought you were just padding your things. You've really sold these?
Yeah, they bought
better
it.
yet, you've sold it to a couple who shouldn't be buying them?
Absolutely.
I don't usually hug my employees, Kevin, but I'm going to come around this desk here. Just give me a minute.
All right.
Oh, here we go. Oh, there's a stack of something I didn't sell. Okay. I'm going to put my arms around you.
Oh, okay.
I never had a son, Kevin. If I had a son, I wish. I'm sorry. I just wish.
Are you all right?
Things have been tough at home. Things have been tough. Cheryl and I have not been seeing eye to eye. It's Anyway, good job.
So, how was work today?
How was work today?
Yeah, how was work? I'm trying to see eye to eye with you. How was work?
Cheryl,
what?
I went and I made a living, and you get half. I mean, can that just be it?
You know something? If we had only had a son. Maybe.
Oh, this again.
Yeah.
I give you 9 daughters, but I can't.
And they're all ugly.
I can't provide one son.
Just one.
Comb their hair, Cheryl. Comb their hair.
Hey.
Some of the ugliness is superficial.
We can hear you.
Oh, sorry,
We can hear you.
We can hear
We
you.
can hear you.
And we're hungry.
Got a whole Greek chorus of daughters.
Ugly.
Just a mismatched, misaligned.
Well, that sounds pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Would you mind releasing me so I can...
Have I been hugging you this whole time?
Yeah.
Good.
Whispering your story into my ear.
Anyway, good job on the 7th thou.
Thanks.
Meanwhile, at the comic book store.
So I'm a little concerned.
You must be Dan.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry. How do you know who I am?
Well, there was a fella here, and he was here for about an hour and a half. We asked him who he was waiting for. Then we asked him to describe you in detail.
My friend Chaz, he's gone?
Chaz left in a hurry.
In a hurry?
Yeah.
Well, once he waited
right
a
after
very
he
extremely
left,
long
after he-
time.
Yeah.
You gotta get out of here. Huh? You gotta get out of here, man.
Why are you ducking behind this rack of comic books and action figures? I'm just waiting for my friend.
Rubble.
I'm sorry.
Rubble.
I'm not.
You gotta get out of here, man. This is my turf. This is my turf. You're here to steal comic books, right?
I'm not here to steal. No, I'm just waiting for my friend. Are you stealing comic books?
I'm the comic burglar. Comic burglar. I'm the comic
May I offer
burglar.
Comma burglar?
Comma burglar? Yeah, that sounds like I'm stealing punctuation.
Also, if I may, your mask is a dead giveaway. I feel like that and those bags with dollar signs you're carrying.
Classic burglar mask.
Right.
Oh, did he say where he was going?
Well, he said he was hungry.
And but he seemed like he wasn't really. He just said, "I'm hungry. I gotta go," and then just sort of ran. He sort of run into the edge of the doorway as he bounced. It seemed strange.
I gotta say, he doesn't really seem like he cared about you. I mean, he waited around for a little bit, but
You got the impression he maybe didn't care that much about me.
well, I don't know.
Excuse me, is the Aid Man signing about to begin?
Yes.
Yes. Let me go get the velvet rope so
Yes.
we can put down where the line should start.
Finally, somebody's here.
I can't wait for the creator of Aid Man to sign my copy that I have right here, that I brought in with me, that I had already purchased elsewhere.
Wait, from where?
From another comic book
Well,
store.
I thought we would.
Well, the point of it is, it's sort of a promotional thing to promote sales.
For here. It's like when you see somebody on Hollywood Boulevard and they look like the Avengers, and you take a picture with them, and then you got to give them money for it. Well, pay.
But I already have a copy of Aid Man. He's my favorite superhero, Rubble.
Can I ask a question? I don't work here. Why are you wearing a mask?
It's a comic book store.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's cosplay.
Okay. Doesn't seem like that kind of mask, though.
Well, what kind of mess does it seem like, Rubble?
Seems like.
Why do you keep calling him Rubble?
Yeah.
Because you're not dressed like a Flintstone. If so, you're way off the mark.
You are not dressed like a Flintstone.
I know I'm not dressed like a Flintstone.
Because they never wore masks.
They did not. Oh, that's not true. I think, didn't Fred Flintstone at some point have a superhero alter ego?
Not sure, nerd.
I mean, we own a comic book store, and we're pretty nerdy, but you knowing that...
That's a burn. That's a real burn, Rubble.
TV show. You know what? You guys
Nerdy.
are the worst.
And by the way, no eating in here. Put your hamburger away.
This is so good. It's actually not a hamburger. It's a journey into the pastrami.
I'm sorry. I swear I'm going to order in just a second. What is in the checks on the beach?
That's a bottom layer of just paper.
Already great.
Then shredded bib lettuce.
For some crunch.
Then oil and vinegar.
Ooh, seems early.
Then another layer of paper. But thicker stock this time, like postcard stock.
Oh, nice.
Then ground beef.
Sure.
And then you're not going to like this.
You don't know me.
It's like a paste of cat food.
Okay.
And topped off with sand.
That's going to be the deal breaker.
And then more paper.
Okay.
And that's checks on the beach.
And Ace of Spuds? That's got to be potato based?
It's potato based. It's a bottom layer of baked potato. Mm-hmm. Then 4 playing cards. Then the other half of the potato on top.
Oh, okay. I don't gamble. Let's see.
By the wisdom of Athena and the power of Zeus, order your sandwich now.
Okay, I will have. Can I get a half and half?
Can I hold on a second? I never do this, but I'm a little curious about this other customer. Excuse me.
I'm ordering for me and my 8 sisters. We're all very hungry, very hungry.
Maybe you ought to go to the drugstore and order a comb.
Wow! What a great turnout. Thank you for having me in your comic book store. I'm very excited for everyone to see the new adventures of Aid Man, the fattest superhero that anyone's ever seen. He just wants to help, and he's very fat.
I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Harvey Lehman.
Hello, everyone, and my famous Greek phrase that I always use all the time. Diogenes!
He said it. He said it.
Oh my God, he totally said Diogenes.
Now, is everyone ready?
Yes, Harvey. This fella in the mask was up first.
Look at you. You look like you're out of a comic book yourself.
It's because I'm so attractive, I need to hide my face with this mask, Rubble.
What a vain person.
Harvey, will you make it out, comic burglar?
What?
Did he say comic burglar?
He did say comic burglar.
Oh, no.
Did he say comma burglar? He might just steal commas.
Oh,
Like,
that's a different story.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Make it out to
Comma burglar.
Comma burglar.
Well, of course, because he wouldn't want something signed to the wrong name. That would be insane.
Now, is it comma, C-O-M-M-A, burglar, or do I just draw a comma and then the word burglar?
Draw a comma and then the word burglar.
Is it drawing if it's a punctuation mark, or is that writing?
Well, I got my start as an artist, don't forget.
Oh, that's right.
So to me, anytime I put pen to paper, I called it drawing.
We actually have one of your old Captain Army.
Diogenes, look at that.
He said it. He said it again. Oh my God.
Now, Harvey, I'd like you to sign this, and we're going to give this away in a raffle.
Oh, raffles are fun. Now, forgive me, I've forgotten your names.
That's Rhonda.
Rhonda?
I didn't name him.
My mother did.
Oh, fair point.
It's Teen.
Teen?
Teen.
A very aspirational name up to a certain point.
Well, it's T-I-N-E.
Oh, I see. I just assumed it was T-double-E-N.
Well, you know, it's funny because I grew up in naval base, and they always thought it was Tyne.
Naval Base, Indiana?
Yes.
That's where my wife went to school.
That's interesting.
She's an interesting lady.
Did she eat Scrapple? Because I grew up eating almost exclusively Scrapple.
Did she eat Scrapple?
Well, time for dinner.
What are we having?
Well, it's a little something that I made, and then I threw away, and I took what was left, and then I burnt that, and then I threw that away, took what was left, and then I put it on a plate, and I'm serving it to you called Scrapple. Where are you going?
She does, I don't.
Oh, yeah, well, that makes sense.
Harvey, could you add a colon to my signature?
So
to
you
your
want it-
signature?
So you want it to be
comma burglar, colon, the comic burglar.
Good news, Forrest Whitaker.
Good news about the movie?
Yeah, about the movie. It's
am I-
Aid Man. They
Did I
want
get-
you.
They want me?
They want you.
I knew this eye would come in handy.
What? Oh, that eye. Right. About the eye.
Now listen, Forrest, you're our fattest client, and we couldn't be happier about that.
We
But-
are so happy you're fat.
But everyone in our stable has perfect eyes.
Yeah.
Sure.
And in order for this movie to be a success, Aid Man,
You have
for the
something
deal
on
to
your
go
chin.
through. What's that?
Something's on your chin.
Oh,
Not you, I'm talking to her.
why were you looking at me though?
Was I?
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Forrest, every time you get us with the eye bit.
Yeah.
And then we can't say anything because it's a lazy eye, and we feel bad calling it lazy because that's, well, not PC.
Sure. So about this movie, am I gonna get the trailer I want? Am I gonna get paid?
No trailer, no pay.
I'm in. Let's do it. It'll really get me in the mindset of of Aid Man, of having to help people.
Beware the search for fortune in a comic book franchise, Forrest.
How did these 9 girls get in here?
Oh, they're my nieces.
Wow. That's complicated.
Yeah, you know what's complicated? Their hair.
Yeah. Buy a comb, why don't you? I'm talking to you.
We've heard that before.
Girls, do you have any warnings for Mr. Whitaker? They're full of warnings, these 9.
Don't get the eye fixed, Forrest. Run, Forrest, run.
The good news is we've signed Forrest Whitaker to play Aid Man in the motion picture of a comic book that just came out for the first time today.
Things move so fast these days.
Well, I had a good
truly
idea.
do.
I'm glad you went with it.
It made her. The movie will make you cry even more.
Forrest Whitaker makes me cry. His eye is always tearing.
Well, you know.
Haven't you noticed? What? Am I the only one that ever noticed?
But I also love the fact that all of the proceeds from the comic book are going to the Rename Lazy Eye Foundation.
That's right. It's been a name that's far too long been negatively applied to people who were just born the way they were born.
How can it not be negatively applied? It's pointing out a physical failing and giving it a character flaw attached to it.
There's a judgment, to be sure.
Well, how is anything going to go to charity when all 7,000 copies of Aid Man are now stolen? Rubble.
Well, they're right here.
Well, they were right here.
Wait a minute. And why are those bags with the dollar symbols looking bulgy and much larger than they were before?
I don't know what size they were when I brought them in.
He's slowly making a getaway. Somebody stop him.
Rubble.
No one is stopping him.
Why is he walking sideways like a crab?
I don't know, but
Rubble.
I'm wondering why he's dressed like a prisoner.
I think it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
I'll say this for him. He's very sexy.
Hi, I'm back. I'm looking for my friend
He stopped the comic burglars, Colin.
And he dropped all of the comic books.
My
Now they're
comics.
not mint.
My beautiful comics. Yeah, that's right. They're not mint. You didn't put them in plastic sheets.
Well, I didn't know they were going to be stolen. I was going to put them in plastic as they were sold.
That's true. He's got a good point there. So you can't really take the moral... First of all, you can't take the moral high ground because you're a criminal.
Bravo.
But secondly, of course he was going to put them in plastic bags and he sold them to the kids.
I'm a woman.
Kids, I'm really sorry. This whole thing has gone horribly awry.
Well, that's the comics game. What are you going to do?
We saw it coming.
We did. We saw it coming.
Ooh, what's going on with these creepy girls?
Take him to the underworld. Now you'll live with us forever.
So Dan's not, he didn't come back?
Chaz!
Hey,
Oh man, I must have missed you. I was stuck late at work, and then I came here and you weren't here, and then
I'm sorry I got waylaid next door. I haven't even eaten yet. I just was going through a menu of 280 sandwiches.
oh,
This place is, honestly, can I tell you, this place is terrible.
We can hear you.
Oh, sorry, it's just a,
You're standing right in the middle of the comic book shop. It's a very small
everything
shop.
you sell is very colorful, and it seems very imaginative, but nothing in here is for me.
wait a minute. I thought you were into comics?
I thought so too. Until I came here today. And boy, was I wrong. I mean, unless they were to make a movie of Aid Man, I mean, other than that, I just can't.
Well, you're in luck because guess what?
Holy cow.
We're making a movie of... That's right, it's
Are
me.
you who I think you are?
That's right, Diogenes.
He said it again.
He said it.
We're making an Aid Man movie starring Forrest Whitaker.
Naturally.
Who's right here?
That's right, I'm right here. I'm talking to you guys.
Mr. Whitaker, thank you for making everyone's childhood dream come true eventually.
I came over as soon as I got the news that we were making this movie and I'd have no pay and zero trailer. Frankly, there was nowhere better for me to be because they did not get me a chair.
It's the true spirit of Aid Man, the fat superhero who wants to help.
You know, I like to think that there's a little Aid Man in all of us.
I hope so.
You are standing very close.
You're welcome.
And your hands are all over me. Are you two not married?
Rhonda and Teen got a freaky thing going on.
She's got one pass.
This stud finder is going off like crazy.
This store got a basement?
Oh, yes.
And it all happened at a place called Comic Book Store. Nyima! Should people wish to find you online, and should you wish to be found, where can they find you?
Oh, they can find me on the Twitter at Nyima Funk. Mm-hmm. Or they can find me on the Facebook at Nyima Funk, or they can find me on the Instagram at Nyima. I'm everywhere at
There we go.
Nyima Funk.
Nyima Funk, fun name to say, fun name to type. Guys, have a field day. Anything you would like to promote this July?
July 4th. It's a great holiday.
We all enjoyed it. Mark Kevin Jackson.
Yes.
Tell people the things.
You can find me online on the Twitter at MarcEvanJackson at Marc Evan Jackson. And coming up just around the corner, March 10th, 2017, Kong. And TV and stuff.
Also, the Detroit Improv Festival will be happening very soon, next month.
That's true, next month. There's a show coming to the Detroit Improv Festival called Spontaneanation.
What?
Yes.
That's this very show, Mark.
We should do it there.
We should do it there.
Yeah.
Will you be a part of it?
I will.
All right.
I would be honored. Yes.
Word is bond. Craig Cackowski, what do you want to tell the Cack Attackers about?
At Cackowski on Twitter. See Cackowski
Get your hand away from your mouth. What are you doing?
Instagram.
It's like auto-tune gone bad.
Cackowski on Twitter. I just want to say what a great time. Look for me on Veep, season 5.
Yeah.
Bajillion Dollar Properties, season 1 and 2.
Craig visited our show. We all got to play with Craig, and it was so much fun.
It was really fun.
You had everyone in tears.
We made the whole thing up. Yes, we're tragedy, yeah.
People were sad.
And if you want to know more about my autistic listing tendencies, there's going to be a podcast coming out soon called Craig's List.
No way.
I've kept a 100 favorite movie list for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
I'm going to make my wife, Carla, watch my 100 favorite movies and talk about them.
Which do you anticipate her liking the least?
Taxi Driver?
Really?
She's just going to think it's a bum out?
I think she's not going to be into that one.
Young, pretty Robert De Niro. She'll get halfway through.
Okay.
He's so handsome. He's so handsome. So handsome.
There's something called Craig. Never mind.
Eban Schletter. You can find him on the usual places at Eban Schletter. Go to ebanschletter.com and seek out Eban Schletter's non-spontaneanation work because it is great. And why is it great? Because Eban Schletter is only the best. Thank you to Earwolf for hosting the show. For me, I just want to say, No You Shut Up, Fusion Network, 10 p.m. Thursdays.
Editor's note: the television program No You Shut Up has been canceled.
We do our live shows the first Saturday of every month at Largo. The next one, I'm so excited to tell you, the next one is August, and I can tell you who's on that show if you'll give me 2 goddamn seconds to look at the thing. Come on, guys. I would do it for you. So the least you could do. Oh, yeah. Guys, this is going to be a hot one. Our interview guests, first our improvisers from Bajillion Dollar Properties, Dan Adut, Tim Baltz, and Tony Newsom. And our interview guest is from You're the Worst, not the sandwich, but the show, Desmond Borges, or Borges, I'm not sure how he pronounces it. I've never met the man, but I look forward to meeting him on a stage in front of an audience of people. Thank you to Earwolf for hosting the show. Thank you to engineer Ryan for engineering us all the way to the end of the show, which this is. Goodbye forever until next week. Until then, this is Paul F. Tompkins saying, Semper in Praesenti. I wish I could clack and clang more things on the table. This has been an Earwolf production. Executive producers Scott Ockerman, Adam Sachs, Chris Bannon, and Paul F. Tompkins. For more media and content, go to earwolf.com.